Did you really do everything for your 11th character? Maybe there are some things you missed. Let's look at the checklist. Also fun fact, the event shop is still here if you click in this area. Anyway, let's start in World 1. So one interesting thing is that you can see this empty space here. Actually gotta talk to this guy. And there we go, activate it. Maybe refresh the... Oh, I don't have any teleports here. Well, let's buy some from the shop. And there we go. Now we got the task manager. Well, not task manager, but the task guy. Then, of course, there is the anvil here that you gotta start. Otherwise, it does literally nothing. Don't forget to spend your points as well. You can buy points, of course. Not exactly expensive to do. I wonder if there's a max to this. Or do they just slowly raise in price? Oh, there is the max, yes. 600 points. Oh my god, now I gotta spend them. And there we go. Anvil is super boosted. And then there are some stuff here in the shop we want to buy. Want to buy this bag. Thank you for that. And then I'm not sure if you actually need to do this part, since this should be account-wide straight away. But there's no harm in activating it. Now you can put stuff in from this character as well. Let's gotta buy the tools. And here is the star sign. If you don't have infinity ones, you should probably go here and pick some good ones. I picked this one when I made a character, but I did not get any ring drop, so I'm not sure if I have it already or not. So we got 139, 261. I equipped this one, and nothing changes. So if they are infinite already, you don't really need to worry about that. And then the final thing to do in World 1 is if you want to do this quest to get more daily boss keys. It's a pretty simple quest. Just gotta defeat the wooden boards and collect 3 bones. And we open a portal. Keep in mind, you may not want to turn this in straight away, because you can green stack the bones. If you have done lots of quests before, you may not want to do any quests on your new character, since they are a lot of the quest items you may not have green stacked. So here in World 2, let's start with the Alchemy. You need to put your character in, well, either a Cauldron or a Sigil to get the XP. Mine is sitting here. You just click him in, and there we go. Then there are the Obols. Here's a pretty easy screen to see it all, what you're missing. I mean, just put in some random stuff here. I have run out of the attack ones. I may even have filtered them, not sure. No, but most other things. Actually I've filtered the silver Obols. Oh well, Obols are a tiny boost, but if you don't filter it, it's pretty easy to farm up again. And here's a big one. The post office. Oh my god, so many boxes to do. So this would be an absolute pain to do. But it's a pretty big boost in everything. So just get to it. At least these first ones go really quick to do. Here we go. But these ones are a bit harder. Well, actually they are not. And here we go, yes. These guys are pretty hard. This is the pretty much infinity one. You can spend all day here. Of course, Lava has not put in any hold down button here. And there we go, we maxed it out. We have lots of boxes over. Everything is maxed, very nice. This is a really big boost for everything. And let's check out the shop. Might as well buy some daily stuff here. Give me a bag, please. 1 inventory slot, thank you. And there's the Bandit Bob thing here. You want his cards. 425 for the next level. Let's see if we can do it. You gotta stand on this platform when you talk to him. Bang. Oh, we all get 10 cards. Well, okay, that didn't work. Now I need 415. I guess you can't max this one out. But yeah, if you don't have this card yet, just stand here and talk to him. You get 10 cards. And then, of course, here is another key quest for 1 more daily key. You're gonna defeat these guys for that. So he want crab shells, kebab stick, and meat pie. I think there's a quest after this, but yeah, they are usually pretty simple and you should have done them before already. And we are in World 3. Let's start here in construction. First thing we need to do is build another 3D printer level. That should only take a few seconds, and once that is done, you have your own little bar here, just like everyone else. And to 3D print, you need a skill, which you can assign to your hotbar here. Now you may be asking, how do I access my skills when I don't have a class? And this thing is locked. Well, you can click Q, then you can use them. There we go. I'm not going to do this right now, because I have a massive bonus that I want to use on a good character. Like Bookstaff. I want him to increase his wood shopping a bit. This printing is so old, like World 4 or World 5. Anyway, once that is done, we can go here. If you picked a class, you should obviously pick Warrior, Archer, or Mage. But if you didn't, you can go to Pro Gamer. And you can collect all of these. And then your skills will look like this. Very nice, if I say so myself. And then we got the worship here. It's pretty easy. You just build up some passive charge and then do an all quick and you get a bunch of levels. Now of course right now we don't have any tools, so it's gonna be a lot weaker. We have no food or no equipment either. But it's super easy to level up, so you don't need to worry too much about it. But the trapping is a lot harder because you want to use a good trap, of course, but the good trap have much higher level requirement. This is my best trap. It needs 48, which means you cannot use it. But before we solve that issue, there is also a prayer here you may want to equip. I never use any prayers, so it is what it is. But I know a lot of people do. Like if you want some more class XP or whatever, you can do that. And of course, here is another thing we want to buy. Give me another bag, please. One more slot. Very nice. If we go here to a trapping zone, we can actually use these red balls here to level us up. Of course, it's a lot smarter to use the balloon. And there we go, we are level 50. That means we can equip the royal trap. And let's go back to town. And now we can put something in. And I guess you will have... I guess I will give him the 40R one. A lot more turtles, whatever. They are pretty useful to have. So in 40 hours, he's gonna collect a massive amount of turtles. Everyone else is super old. So one thing about trapping is that the bonuses you get are fixed when you put down the trap. So if I put down a trap 1 year ago, it's gonna have a lot less bonuses than the trap I just put down. But that's fine. Now we don't have to worry about trapping for a long time. And of course, here is another key quest. We gotta kill 50 Neptunes. Shouldn't be hard at all. I also think there is some other quest after this, but yeah. This should be pretty easy to do. Anyway, we are now in World 4. So the first thing you probably want to do is to jump into the lab. Change character so you are, you know, AFK again. And then come back in a few minutes. And you will have a bunch of levels. And that will unlock these things, so you can put in some ships. And then here's the cooking. You can either AFK here a while, or you can use some balloons, which is what I will be doing. There we go, we gain over 100 levels in cooking, just like that. Of course, here's another shop. We buy a bag. Nothing else really. I mean, if you want to min-max stuff, you can buy a gun. Has pretty good stats, actually. Let's equip that. Other than that, I don't think there's anything special in World 4. There is no quest for this. You can just farm the keys. You don't get any daily keys, but they are pretty easy to farm anyway. There we go, already got 1 key, 2 keys, 3 keys, and we're here at World 5. Sailing and gaming are account-wide, so you don't have to worry about those. But here at the shopkeeper, we have some new stuff. Give me that bag. And here in Divinity, even though you have Doot, you actually gotta pick a, you know, link to someone. And if you don't have Doot, well, you definitely need to link someone. I link to the goat, because now we can level up Divinity and Lab at the same time. And after you've done that a bit, you gain massive levels, and now we can change to a better one. 1 XP and 1 Divinity, 15 Divinity and 10 XP, much better. I mean, of course, you can put something like 3 extra power in when not meditating. probably better than just sitting on Mindful. But you will most likely end up forgetting to switch when you want to farm some divinity points, so I'm just going to keep it on Mindful. This is the end gamer mindset though. You can see if you're lucky, and of course not lucky at all. Oh my god, there's 100%. Nice. I may actually put everyone into divinity and just farm it out. Anyway, that's it for World 5. So here in World 6 there is one special thing. So here in Sneaking we have a new character to unlock or untie. I already done it, of course. He should be at floor 10, I think. But it's very likely you see him somewhere else. There should be a floating HP bar in the correct floor. Because when you move your first character like this, and everyone else follow, that bugs out the tied up character as well. And of course you gotta give him some equipment and all that stuff. Level up his squares or whatever. Oh, 0.9% chance, okay. That's not gonna happen then. So if you're stuck in a lower floor and you want to quickly untie him, you can just lower your mastery. Like I was stuck on floor 4, so I had to lower it. And of course, like usual, we have a bag to buy. The chests are account-wide, so you don't have to buy those again. And here in World 7, I don't think there is anything you have to do, really. Everything should be account-wide. The only thing you may want is another bag, but they are actually super expensive now. So you may have to farm some money before you buy this. And there we go, even more inventory slot. Of course, you can green stack the food as well. I cannot fit them in. Let's see if we can green stack this food. There we go, 10 million, very nice. And let's green stack the other food as well. And of course, there are some other things here, like the cards. You want to equip a set. And also want to pick the cards you want. And then there is the equipment. Some people must have the latest equipment. Other people like me don't really care about it at all. I'm using stuff from World 1 and World 2. On my main characters, that is. I guess I can equip some food. And there we go, some food as well to eat. The tools, well, you're gonna need that if you want to do some sampling. And of course, basic equipment here. But that is up to you. What do you want to use? So for now, I think I'm gonna go and green stack these bones. So what skills have we missed? Alright, it's Spelunking. I guess if you want, you can just put your character and farm some easy Spelunking. There we go, the levels are coming in. Level 18. It means we can now go to this one instead, I think. And with this, all skills have become pretty decent. Now it's time to go back and try to unlock the new zone we got with the patch he came out in. Maybe I can give him some stuff here in from my storage. Well, he gained some pretty good equipment that we are sitting around in my inventory. Very nice stuff. And these two things, they're actually pretty bad. They are so sluggish that I'm not sure if it's worth it. Especially when you're using the opposite stuff. Oh well, he's not gonna be skilling much. So yeah, did I forget anything? Maybe, maybe not. But do post it in the comments if so. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.